Warning! Warning! Now entering stupidity zone. Oven mitts required. Warning! Warning!
Spring here yet?
Oh, hi, Daniel. How's it going?
It's freaking freezing.
That is a bad impression of Dr. Evil, Daniel. Here's how it's really done.
It's frickin' freezing in here, Mr. Bigglesworth.
I can bring it down here, and if I keep it relatively level, it'll stay at that blue line. Because gravity's holding it there, right? The same gravity is holding this piece of metal on there. Okay? So why is it when I bend the tube, all the water disappears like gravity has suddenly stopped working at that point? So I've been researching December 17th. I saw NASA has a launch scheduled for their an unmanned mission for their new rocket that will be shuttling astronauts to the space station, supposedly. It's scheduled for December 17th. Please look up December 17th in history. It is an incredibly important date in history. December 17th is the date the Wright brothers first took flight. It's the date the royal family of England changed their name to Windsor because they didn't want people to know their true German names. It's also the date Angela Merkel was confirmed as chancellor. And July 17th, 2020 will just happen to be her 66th birthday.
Okay, Daniel, I looked up December 17th. I'm finding a lot of diverse historical events happened on that day. Pope Paul II excommunicated King Henry VIII of England in 1638. In 1777, George Washington's army returned to Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. In 1903, you're right, the Wright brothers did make the first sustained motorized aircraft flight at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. In the Bronx, New York, the first U.S. diesel-electric locomotive entered service in 1924. In 1941, German troops led by Erwin Rommel began retreating in North Africa. A U.S. V-2 rocket reached 183 kilometers above White Sands Proving Grounds, New Mexico in 1946, where we first saw Earth curve, by the way. In 1962, the Beatles made their first British TV appearance. The Budweiser rocket car reached 1,190 kilometers per hour, recorded four-wheeled vehicle, in 1979. In 1989, The Simpsons first premiered on Fox TV as a full animated series with the episode Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire. Spaceship One Flight 11P, piloted by Brian Binney, made its first supersonic flight in 2003. Those events are just a few of what happened on December 17th. But you seem to have gotten the royal family name change wrong, Daniel. That was actually on July 17th. I can forgive you for that, as you had December 17th and July 17th on your mind while recording this video. However, though the royal family's name was already known, King George V changed it from Saxe-Coburg-Gotha to Windsor due to anti-German resentment in the UK during World War I. So July 17th being Angela Merkel's birthday is supposed to mean what? There are many people all over the globe turning 66 on that exact same day this year.
Between the dates of December 17th and July 17th, is exactly 30 weeks and 3 days, 213 days.
And the time between December 17th and July 17th is supposed to prove some sort of conspiracy that the Illuminati and Freemasons have messed with the calendar and added the leap day for some nefarious reason. Oh, for goodness sake, Daniel, get with reality.
The events that have happened on December 17th and July 17th in history would be hard pressed. You'd have to have a real tough time arguing that the historical events that have happened on these dates are significant in shaping our world today.
Your birthday, your anniversary, even your kids' birthdays all have significant historical events attached to them. Every date does.
What a... Hey, Scream, go on, beat it.
The Daniel Pratt is liable to get ya.
He's a mean, vicious, nasty, no-good, baggy-eyed, marble-headed ignoramus. He's a stupid,
Flattery will get you nowhere.
Is there not one pilot over there that's flown over the equator? And felt and watched and piloted his plane 26 miles higher than the rest of the globe and then descended down the other side 26 miles? No, because that's asinine.
La 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 la, you retard, you're so stupid. Oh my Jesus Christ, I can't believe how stupid you are. La la la.
Oh yeah, and a correction from yesterday, thanks to DITRH, pointed out, it is, as you see, on the diameter measured across the equatorial plane. So if you're flying over it on either side, you would have to cut the 26.5 to 13.25 miles is the bulge you would be flying over. But nonetheless, doesn't diminish my point any less.
Oh, you are so dumb. You are really dumb.
Yeah, smell that? I smell bullshit. Yep. Guess who's back? Back again.
I really hope you took a shower, Daniel. You were gone a while, so you have plenty of time.
So, what it's come down to for me is I am so thankful for Flat Earth because it brought me to God. The end. That's the only good that came of it for me.
So the flat earth brought you to God? So you didn't believe in God before that? Or was it you weren't sure? So basically the flat earth is your religion. Hey Daniel, wait. I think I hear the voice of God. Listen.
May I have your attention, please? This is God. The earth is a sphere. That is all.
But the thing is, when we fill containers like this, they don't want you to realize if there was really a thing called gravity, we wouldn't need containers to pour and watch water fill up, pile up on itself. You could just literally pour a column of water. You pour it, it would hit the ground and start piling up. If gravity were real, that's the way it should work. Because all this water is being pulled towards the center of the earth. Well, let me ask you a question. Is the center of the earth in that direction?
That depends. Is your barbecue in that direction?
So why, when I take this lid off, does the water start going in that direction? It's going that way before it goes down. That's not the center of the earth. Now notice, as soon as it runs out to the point where the level is underneath this, now all of a sudden gravity's working again. Do we know why? Because it's contained. And just like gas, Water can only increase in pressure and build upon itself and pile up and pool up on itself when it is contained.
La 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 la, you just don't understand gravity, you're so stupid, la la la.
When we do science, we can test the conditions of our outside world in the conditions of the outside world. Useless. Useless. And it's no different when they talk their gravity speak or their planets speak, because they're just saying anything they have to get you to keep believing the lies. They are just preaching their heliocentric religion at you. If they had any truth, they would have just presented the proof 5 years ago, and this would have been all over and done with.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
We have presented proof to you over and over and over again ad nauseum. Here is what you do with the proof we show you.
La 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 la, you're so stupid, you're so retarded, la la la.
Well, because once again, it would prove the flat earth. And that kind of goes against their whole deception. Okay? But it's really this simple. And it's undeniable. It would provide the very repeatable, verifiable, falsifiable, testable proof that we've been demanding the entire time. Once again, unfortunately for the scientism establishment, it proves the flat earth, not the globe. And here it is. All you need to do is take one swimming pool, construct some sort of girder system that can be measured with precision technical equipment to make sure it is within thousandths of an inch tolerance like aircraft are built, okay? Thousandths of an inch. This is easily done in today's world, okay? Then have a probe coming down from said girder that can touch in 1 foot increments all the way across the pool. And when the measurements come out within thousandths of an inch, not whatever the curvature formula should demand it displays, it then proves the flat earth.
You're going to need a bigger pool.
Okay, here's my challenge that I, again, guarantee no globe proponent will do it unless they go to some other lying, zealot globe proponent. But if taken a poll of just everyday engineers, okay? Engineers that design and manufacture flywheels, take this problem to them and ask them which speed would determine the destructive force of the flywheel known as the axial rotating Earth. The speed at the pole of 0.000694 RPMs, or the speed at the equator, the rim velocity of 1,035 miles per hour. Which speed would you use to calculate the destructive force of the flywheel known as the imaginary globe Earth?
Really, Daniel? You couldn't do your video when it wasn't wash day? Anyway, you mentioned RPM at the pole, then mentioned the Earth's linear speed at the equator. You do know that the Earth's rotational speed at the North or South Pole or the equator is once every 24 hours, right? Oh my God, this is like the rubber ball on the drill again. Flywheels spin more than once per day. In fact, they are designed to spin at a maximum of several thousand miles per hour.
Starting to get cold again. Or the globe proponents are going to be able to make fun of my hats again. Since they've got so much spare time of not doing any actual science. YouTube, the Ministry of Truth, has decided I can't comment on my own channel again. I must have made the bad boy list. When Google's terrified of a fucking flat earther in his garage.
Your Honor! May I please approach the bench?
We're adjourned, Mr. Reed.
Your Honor, I think we've made a big mistake.
Mr. Reed, I am tired and very cranky.
I know, but this is just wrong, isn't it? I manipulated the system. Just because you bought it doesn't mean I'm right. It's a technicality.
Young man, having my judgment mocked in my own court is not something I'm prepared to tolerate.
They will fall for it like a ton of fucking bricks unless you stupid fucks get off your vaccine bullshit and tell people the fucking truth. Do you read your Bibles? What does vaccines have to do with the mark of the fucking beast? And being able to buy and sell, you fucking idiots! Wake up! Get out of the world! You're fucking delusional! I was thinking about these meteor showers I'm hearing so much about this week. We're supposed to see all these Halley's Comet meteor showers. Y'all realize that meteor showers, asteroids, falling stars, do you know why they're called falling stars? I do. Every flat earther does. Because if this is your horizon, they are always coming down towards the horizon. Sometimes they're almost horizontal, but you will never see them. You will never see or record or produce anyone that has a shooting star or meteor or asteroid going up from the horizon. I'm not talking about filming stuff straight up over your head. You can't determine from that perspective. I'm talking about if you're filming out and the horizon is visible in the camera, you will never, ever, and no one ever has seen or recorded a shooting star, supposed meteor or asteroid shooting up. That is statistically impossible.
Hey, Danny, guess what? I found a video of meteor showers from the ISS. Statistically impossible, you say? Well, looky here. The meteors appear to go up from the horizon.
So you think they figured it out yet? All these geniuses that have come to my channel and others in the last 5 years saying, why does it matter if the earth is flat? Why does flat earth matter? Are you getting it yet? Are you getting it yet? Are you getting it yet? Are you getting it through your fucking skulls yet? You fucking retards. Maybe because flat earth is an apolitical, non-racial, non-religious, indeed spiritual, but non-religious truth that exposes the lies having to do with all of those other categories: political, racial, and religious. And indeed scientism, the religion that is infesting this entire world, called scientism, that is being passed off as science. That is why flat earth matters.
The belief in flat earth is not race-based or a political movement. And are you sure flat earth is non-religious? Are you really sure about that, Daniel?
Why are channels like Sean Hawkins, Fight the Flat Earth, literally in his title, fighting the flat earth, Team Skeptic, Cyman Dan, all these other people, why are they allowed to continually degrade, insult, and hate against flat earthers, many of which believe the earth is flat because that's what it says in the Bible? Thus, every one of those channels is engaging in religious hate, yet are allowed to act with impunity against flat earthers repeatedly.
But didn't you just say that flat earth was non-religious in the clip before this? So, using the Bible as a belief of the flat earth as your evidence, which the Bible never states the actual shape of the earth, by the way, is somehow a religion and therefore protected under the First Amendment? Yet you said, and I quote, "And indeed scientism, the religion that is infesting this entire world called scientism, that is being passed off as science." Then you call out specific content creators who criticize your content and say they are engaging in religious hate? Do you ever listen to yourself? My God, the hypocrisy that spews out of your mouth is just absolutely astounding.
Oh, I'm fully aware of what religious persecution is. I'm about to lay it out for you.
Okay, enough of this idiot. I am about to go on a Jut-style rant. There will be swearing in 3, 2, 1. You are unfucking believable, Danny. You are so fucking contradictory. You are not, I repeat, not being persecuted, religiously or otherwise, you fucking dipshit. You are acting like a victim of religious bigotry simply because you literally believe in what the Bible says and use it as your only flat earth evidence? Yet you claim those that know the earth is a globe are using their religion of scientism to hide the flat earth? How fucking stupid are you? Gah! Fucking moron!
YouTube is engaged in criminal conspiracy to commit religious persecution, preventing certain people from gaining revenue, thus supporting their families, by allowing other channels to continually persecute them, and by YouTube demonetizing them for their religious beliefs.
Oh boy, this just gets better and better. YouTube is a private company, not a publisher, and thus is not bound by the First Amendment. It allows content on its platform within reason. Many videos and channels have had their monetization pulled, and they aren't even flat earthers.
This is discrimination and not equally allowing people to make a living. YouTube is engaged in criminal conspiracy against anyone that believes the earth is flat because of their religious viewpoint, on top of any scientific proof they wish to provide.
Again, YouTube is not bound by the First Amendment. Flat Earth is not a religion. Get over it, Daniel. The only discrimination that you are seeing is in your mind.
I would suggest you change this policy immediately, YouTube, or lawsuits might start raining in from every direction. And they are perfectly legitimate lawsuits. My Father in heaven describes the earth he created, not some whirling ball in space. And myself and many are continually persecuted and discriminated against and kept from the conversation because of it.
You aren't being kept from discussing it. You keep making new channels and have no problem getting out the content until you spew hate and bigotry. That is why you get your channels demonetized and taken down, Daniel. Put the blame where it belongs, straight on you.
This is criminal conspiracy to defraud. Good luck, YouTube.
Thank you to all my amazing patrons. Fantarang, Darth Wedgius, Roy, Fraser, and A.J. Ravenwolf.
Why do I have the feeling this one might get my 17 subscriber channel its first strike?
That's all, folks.